Hi, everyone. Hello? I don't think something's right. Hello? I don't know. Trying a new thing with YouTube since the Hangouts is gone. Just trying to see what I like best. I don't hear anything though. Oh, I guess it is on. My speakers were on. Anyway, I'm kind of over single flavor testing right now, so I figured I would just go over maybe some newer stuff that I've gotten recently. Just talk about how I like it, etc. If there is something you guys want me to mix up, like we can do a single flavor test. Basically, I don't really have any in particular that I want to do. So, if you want that, I will put my stash in the chat. It's just a link to all my flavors. If there's any in particular that you want me to do that I haven't done already, I will do that. But yeah, you can also ask me questions, whether it be DIY, e-liquid, vaping, personal, paranormal, whatever. We can do that as well. I'm going to try and make this stream kind of short or shorter for me because my typical ones are like usually 2 hours long, 1 to 2 hours long. So I'm aiming to get out of here probably like 1. We'll see if that happens. If it doesn't, whatever. But that's kind of the goal. I'm still looking for my damn stash. Anyway, just kind of catching you guys up on some things. I wasn't on last weekend. I was planning on it, and I think I was supposed to be on because I'm trying to do like the whole every other weekend thing. But I've been grinding my teeth really badly when I sleep. And I have a mouth guard from years ago, but it doesn't fit anymore. And I was having issues with the ones that you buy from the store because they're kind of hard to work with. At least they were for me. So last weekend, I was grinding really bad, and I would just wake up in so much pain from like my jaw, and it just like radiates everywhere. So even talking right now hurts, but that's a different story. That didn't sound right. So yeah, talking last weekend was not an option. I almost didn't do the Vixens, but I felt a little bit better by then. So I did that one. I have found I was able to make one of the mouth guards I bought work for now. So it's been better, but it still hurts. Like I woke up this morning in pain, but I did have to go to the dentist yesterday to redo a couple fillings that apparently have worn because of my grinding, which is interesting. But yeah, so they had to redo those fillings. And I think this is like the 3rd time I've had to redo those. So I don't know. So my jaw is sore from that. And my gums are kind of a little bit sore because, they have to numb you. But the good thing about it was this is the first time I've ever gotten any kind of like filling or anything from a dentist, and it didn't hurt. Because no matter what, every time, even if they put like numbing gel or whatever before they do the Novocaine, which I guess apparently they don't do Novocaine anymore. I don't know if it's just this place or like everywhere, but the needle hurts. I mean, it's not like excruciating, but it's definitely uncomfortable. And then I can still usually feel the drilling a little bit. But this place, once they put that numbing cream on, like I didn't feel the needle, which is like crazy because I always do. And even though I could feel like, the drilling happening, like it didn't hurt. So that's good. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, my jaw's still a little bit sore because I had to like hold my mouth open really wide, and I have a small mouth. Like everybody like calls BS on that, but like I legitimately do. Like even the dentist was like, yeah, you weren't kidding. But Anyway, it's like stupid random stuff, but just in case like I'm talking strangely or whatever, that's why like my mouth and my jaw still hurts. Anyway, um so yeah, I guess I'll just get into like new stuff that I've gotten. I'm trying to get chat up and then I get distracted. Did I do the stash yet? No, I didn't. This is what happens. This is like in my mind, like just like racing stuff, and then I forget what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna put my stash over there. If there's any flavors, like I said, in particular, you want me to mix up, let me know. If I haven't done them already, I'll do that. Just a couple, though. I don't want to do a ton because those take a while. Anyway, I guess we'll get into like new stuff I've gotten recently, which isn't like super exciting, but I did get some drip tips, one of which matches my new mod, I think, pretty damn perfectly. This is the, what is this? The Bigfoot Wake mod. And it has like pretty unique coloring in it. And I didn't really have any drip tips that matched it in any way, shape, or form. So I got this one. I think it matches pretty damn, like I said, perfectly. So I was like $2 or $3 from Fast Tech. I also got some other ones just because I was there. This one kind of is a little jacked up. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Not really. But it's kind of scuffed at this one side. Like you can kind of see it's like smooth there, but then you turn it and it looks like, I don't know. My lighting's not great, but there's like these lines in it, like it was melted or like sanded or something. It's very strange, but it's just like clear with like this confetti-ish thing going on. I'm very bad at holding my hands still, so sorry about it. Then I got this like snakeskin-ish drip tip that kind of matches my mod a little bit. Because I figured maybe if the other one didn't match as well, I would use this one. I guess I can just put it in here. And I mean, it kind of matches. It's not as perfect. But it still looks, I think, pretty good. It's got like the red in there. I don't know. This one's a little bit shorter, though. They're all pretty short, though. They feel pretty cheap. They're supposed to be resin. I don't know if they legitimately are, but they do feel cheap. But I mean, they're drip tips, so like they don't really need to be the greatest quality in my opinion. Then I got this one, which is not for this mod, but I like the color of it. I don't know what I would use it with. Just kind of like a translucent-ish aquamarine with swirls in it. Maybe, I don't think it would go on this icon. This icon's like a straight up grass green type color. I think this would probably look weird. Well, kind of maybe. I don't know. It'd probably look better with like a blue or a silver or something. I don't know. That's a good thing about silver and like black mods is like you can put really any drip tip on it and it'll work. Anyway. I had one more, but I don't know what happened to it. I don't think it was this one because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've had this one for a while. I was like washing them and I think we had a casualty because I don't know. Because I thought I had 1, 2, 3. Maybe I only bought 4. I don't know. Anyway, the real reason I put in an order for Fast Tech at all is because I wanted to get this Omier VLS RDA. And this isn't like a super new RDA. It's been around, I think, at least a year. But I thought it looked really cool. I like the translucence of it. And it's for vertical coils, really. That's what it's designed for anyway. You can put regular ones in there, but I specifically got it because I wanted to try vertical coils again. I've never really liked them, but this one has like the removable bottom part, which is supposed to make it a little bit easier to kind of just thread the wick down through. One thing I did notice though, and I think this is why perhaps other companies don't do this design, is that when you're screwing it down onto your base, it tends to unscrew the part that this screws into, if that makes sense. So you either get, because it has like a reverse threading, which I think is to prevent certain things, but the reverse threading makes it so when you, like I said, try to tighten it down, it unscrews. But then if you had it regular threading, you might run into the part where, or the point where you're tightening it too much, and then you won't be able to take it on or off. So I think that's why they did reverse threading, but it kind of failed because you really have to screw it down to get good contact or any kind of contact. But then at that point, you're like kind of like bordering unscrewing it. So it's kind of annoying. And I don't know if I have like the wrong kind of vertical coil. Maybe I'll try putting just regular round wire in there. And I'm not a dual coil type person, so I won't be doing that. But I don't like it. Like I get barely any flavor out of it. But mind you, I only put the one build in, so I'm gonna try it a couple different ways, and if worse comes to worse, I'll try it just a regular coil, which kind of defeats the purpose of me buying this. But if it works, then it works, and it's still a pretty mod. Or pretty RDA. I really like the look of it, and it was pretty cheap. I think it was only like, I don't even know. I think it was less than $20. And the design of it is nice. It doesn't feel poor quality or anything like that. So it definitely could be user error. But at this point, the flavor I'm getting out of it is like non-existent. I put in a mix that I've been vaping on every day, so I would know what it's supposed to taste like. And I get like virtually no flavor out of it. So far the VLS is not my favorite, but it is what it is. I paid $13.51 for it. So yeah, like super cheap. I did have to wait a while because obviously it's coming from Fast Tech, and I never get my stuff from them super quickly. Someone on the Reddit said that, or not Reddit, the Discord, so they got theirs in like 10 days or something like that. Like I've never, never. I think it was close to a month, which is per the norm. But anyway, keep losing my voice. So yeah, I got the VLS. Don't know if I like it. This is the reason I wanted the translucent mod, is to match this. So I've kind of held off on doing that. Plus, I just I have like the drop solo, and that comes with a clear thing that kind of looks similar to this. So I could even use that if I was never able to get this to work well. So it's not like I don't have anything that would match it. But that's specifically why I wanted and started looking for a translucent mod recently, but I was not able to find any. The only ones I was able to find were regulated or unregulated. Not mechs, but like not, I don't know, whatever. But they were on Fast Tech, and I don't like to buy electronics on Fast Tech just because it's kind of sketchy. But like, literally that was the only place I could find like the type of design I was looking for that wasn't discontinued. There were a couple that looked perfect, but they don't sell them anymore. So if you guys run across a translucent mod, like a frosted, something that looks kind of like this, it doesn't have to be completely clear, but mostly like this kind of finish, let me know, because that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, so that's that. I guess we can talk about the mod itself, because we kind of glazed over it while talking about the drip tip. I won this in the raffle we did, I don't know, like 2 months ago, something like that. It's the Wake mod by Bigfoot or something like that. I had honestly never even heard of it because I just don't watch a whole lot of vape reviews anymore, just because they always make me want to buy stuff and I don't need any more stuff. so I just tend not to watch them. But yeah, I do like it. Like this cover thing is not my favorite. Like this is not the design I would have picked personally, just because I don't like really this colors and whatnot. But I will say it does look better in person, and I do really like the mod itself. So even though this isn't like really my thing, I still like it. I still like the functionality of it. It's kind of got it's like a lever style fire button, and I just locked it. But it's nice because you can hit it up here, or you can hit it down here. I don't think you can't really hit it in the middle, but as long as you hit it like on either side, it'll fire. It doesn't change wattage a whole lot, which was like a problem I've had with a couple of other devices where it'll just randomly change my wattage unless I locked it, which usually isn't an issue of me locking it, but like I forget what mod it was, but like locking it was a pain in the ass, so it was just kind of annoying. This one I do like because like the buttons aren't really super hard, easy to like misfire. Like you really kind of have to push down on it. So I don't tend to have that issue. The finish of this part is really nice. It's like that soft kind of chalkboard-ish type finish. And then the screen itself is nice, and you can change the color of like the background if you want. And you can change a couple other things about the menu, but I don't really care. So yeah. As far as like the vape expectancy, like how long you can vape on it without having to charge it, I don't really notice any difference between any other dual 18650 that I use. It's about the same, so I don't think anything strange is going on there. One thing that is kind of unique to most of the mods I have, I think only one other mod I have has like the center 510, because most of mine are off to the side, which is what I'm used to. And I didn't think I would like it, but honestly, like I don't really even notice it, to be honest. I was redundant. So yeah, that part doesn't bother me, and it does allow you to add bigger things onto it without it looking strange, because it does have like that little bit of overhang on the sides. It did come with a tank, which I guess I can grab real quick because I think it's over here. But honestly, I haven't even used it because I'm not a big tank person. This is the packaging it comes in. I do like this little, like, whatever this is, this logo. It kind of looks like Wiccan or something. It's got like the moon and the Illuminati looking thing, and I don't know, I think that's kind of cool. Oh, this box, I forgot how much of a pain in the ass it is to get in here. All right, so this is the tank. It's pretty massive. Like you can see it compared to my RDA. Pretty big. And it does look like it only has like pre-built coils. I'm not sure if it has like an RDA option, but honestly, I found with these types of devices, the RDA version of coil typically isn't great anyway. But yeah, I haven't even used it. It has a spare glass tank, spare O-rings, whatever this thing is. I don't even honestly know what the hell that is. I'm guessing it's a spare, like not a squonk, but like the pin or whatever. Not really sure why. But I don't know what else that would be for. It probably says in the instructions somewhere, but I haven't even read them. But yeah, it goes up to 200 watts. I'm nowhere near that. If you saw the screen or the menu, you saw that. I vape very low wattage. But it's nice to have the option for those that do want to push it up, or if I needed to push it up for any reason, which I have no idea what that would be. But it's an option. Yeah, I don't know. So I can't tell you about the tank because I haven't used it, and I probably won't anytime soon. But it's big. It looks pretty standard for what it is. Got a drip tip on it that looks kind of a little bit narrow compared to what I typically vape, but could be a longer pin. Yeah, it's possible. I just don't even know how the hell you would get it in there. That's very weird. Maybe it sits in there somehow. I'm kind of like curious now, but I don't want to like be doing random stuff on the live. The coils look pretty standard. I don't know if it's the pin because oh, that is so weird. I don't want to mess with it, but it's possible it could be because it does push out pretty easily once you remove the coil. The coils are pretty standard, just vertical cotton. What do they call those? OCC, whatever. It's 0.2 resistance. And the other one is the same, I think. It's 40 to 80 watts, which is weird because if you can go up to 200, why wouldn't you have a coil that could withstand close to that? And then one says it is 40 to 80 watts. The other one says it's 60 to 120, but they're both rated at a 0.2 ohm resistance. That's kind of weird. I don't understand that. If you understand that, explain it to me. How they're both the same resistance, but one has a higher, whatever, a rating or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I like the mod. It's been what I've been using since I got it because the other mod, which I'm going to get into now, was acting up and in a big way that I was not okay with. So this mod came at perfect timing. It's not like I don't have other mods I could use. I just go back to my Tesla, but it came at a good time. What else does it come with in here? Probably just a charging cable. Oh, it comes with this thing. I don't know what the hell this is. I guess it's just a bottle opener. I don't think it's anything that has to do with the mod, though. It's really heavy. I don't know. This is when like instructions probably are helpful, but I don't read them. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, this is the charging cable. And then it just comes like that. Really cute packaging. It just slides into this thing. So yeah. Wake mod, Bigfoot, 200 watt jammy. Anyway, so the reason why I stopped using this mod, this is the Snow Wolf 200 watt. I think that's what it is. Never had a Snow Wolf before. I did a little bit of research before I got this. There was a couple different mods I was looking at the time, but I really wanted a resin mod because I don't have any that are this texture, and I really like the way that it feels and looks. So after doing some stuff, I got this, and overall it got good reviews, or at least fair, and I liked it. I still like it. Like, I like the size factor. It's pretty small. The Bigfoot is thankfully about the same size. It's much heavier though. This is pretty light. But like if you compare it to my Tesla, which is what I was using before, quite a bit of a size difference. And again, this is pretty heavy, which isn't a big deal for me because I just put it in my purse. But if you're someone that's putting it in your pocket or something like that, I don't imagine you're going to want to be like hauling this around. Because again, it's quite heavy. This is like smaller. It feels nice. But there was a couple of issues I had with it. The one I could kind of get past, but the one that made me switch mods, I just couldn't. But I guess we'll start off with like the more, not superficial, but less problematic things, is it doesn't have any kind of buttons. Like they're kind of like pressure censored or whatever, similar to, I think it's like the PS4 where like the buttons on the console, like you don't really push them in, you just kind of like touch them. So I guess they're touch sensitive or whatever. That's what these are. You can kind of, I don't know if you can see in this camera. Probably should pull my camera back up. You can kind of see like these little triangles right there and right there. But anyway, those are how you adjust wattage and whatnot. And it's very annoying because this is the one that changes wattage like crazy. And to be able to lock it, it's a pain in the ass to lock because you kind of have to like hold it and then swipe left. But then sometimes it doesn't register and it just moves things. So it's very annoying. But again, it's like, okay, not that big of a deal because I'm not like adjusting my wattage a lot. And it didn't unlock. I mean, it did kind of unlock a lot. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, it was annoying, but not the worst thing in the world because usually I can just take one quick hit and I know, whoa, that's way too high, and then I adjust it. But the thing that was a deal breaker for me is the fire button sticks, and I'm not okay with that. Like, I use this when driving, and if that happened when I'm driving, like it would freak me the F out, and I don't need any kind of distractions when I'm driving. So that's why I stopped using it. So I'll still use it when I'm in the house, maybe for like a test device when I'm testing e-juice and don't want to like keep switching RDAs. But that's it. Like the fire button sticking, it's not okay. And it does feel kind of like you can feel a difference in buttons. And it's something Phil Basardo has talked about many times, like the tactile feedback type thing. And like with my Tesla, like you can feel like it's just a nice, like it feels secure, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does. This feels secure when I'm hitting it. This one, like the fire button, it feels like janky. Like it doesn't have a lot of throw to it. Like it's kind of just, I don't know, it just feels cheap and it sticks. It sticks really bad to the point where I have to take the batteries out to get it to stop firing, and it freaks me out, and I don't like that. Other than that, like, I don't really have any complaints about it. And that's the thing that kind of sucks, is because I think that these things could be fixed pretty easily, but I don't know how I would personally fix them. But I definitely wouldn't buy another one of these or like even anything from them, because this is the only type of experience that I've had with them, because I've never had a Snow Wolf before. But if this is the way that they make stuff, like I'm not okay with this. Like it wasn't super expensive. It was like $70 or $80, but for something that I'm not even going to use really, it still sucks. Oh, I put the battery thing on wrong. Longer wire, more wrap, same resistance, but requires more power. Okay. Interesting. I always do the same exact wraps and all that kind of stuff for my RDAs, so that really never becomes that much of an issue for me. I just kind of wanted to show you guys the menu. It's nothing like crazy. Just like your standard menu. You can't even really see it because it's so blurry. But yeah, it's kind of small, but my eyesight's pretty good, so it's fine. I definitely prefer something like this where it's just much bigger. Like you can even see this one's not as blurry. Like it's still blurry, but you can kind of make stuff out. Where this one's so small, it's just like blocks of like light. I don't know. So just overall, I could get past like everything except the fire button being shitty and sticking. Like I can't do it. It feels nice. Like it's light, but it's not. It doesn't feel cheap. I like the size. I like the way it feels. As far as like the resin on here and everything else feels decent. The fire button again feels kind of janky, and I don't like the fact that it has like the touch screen type button things. I don't like that. I actual buttons. That's just personal preference. So yeah. One moment. Okay. So yeah, that's that. What else do I have? I don't really buy a whole lot. Oh, I got this RDA as part of the winning package for the Wake mod, and it's like the Ocular or Oculus. I think it's Ocular by Og Vape and Twisted Messes. It's like a collaboration between the two of them. It matches pretty well as far as aesthetically to the mod, which is pretty cool. But the issue I had with this one is like a personal thing. It's a lot of airflow, and yes, you can adjust it to a degree, but I think to really enjoy this and get the most out of this, you're gonna need to be someone that like is ripping clouds and pushing wattage real high. Probably someone that likes dual coils. I vape low wattage, low, just basically low heat in general, and I don't do dual coils. So like it's really beefy. The deck is really like you can put some pretty substantial coils in there as far as your clamps. As far as deck room, you can fit a little bit in there. Nothing crazy, but I mean, I don't know. It's pretty beefy. Like it feels, decent quality or whatnot. I just feel like for my vaping style, it's not really something that I will utilize all that much, but it's nice. It's got like these paw print type airflow thingies, and you can adjust it by moving it like you would any other adjustable airflow. But yeah, it's a lot of airflow. Even like when you cut it down, it's quite a lot. So again, it's not bad or anything. It's just for me and how I vape, I don't think that I would utilize it all that much. All right. Anything else that I've gotten recently outside of flavors? I've gotten some flavors, most of which you've seen because like the Mullenberry, I got that a couple weeks ago. And then I did buy a couple or get a couple of things from Bull City because they started carrying Mullenberry. So I got a couple more of their stuffs that I didn't have. And then I got more Vape Train. I'm going to have like everything from Vape Train at some point. At least everything that Bull City carries. Nothing super exciting. So do you guys have any questions? Anything outside of trolling? I'm looking for my receipts so I can tell you what flavors I got because I don't remember. Oh, that doesn't tell me. That's great. It doesn't tell me either. I don't even notice when they put out new stuff because like I said, all of the stuff I get from Vape Train is from Bull City Flavors. So I just get them as they come in. So just because they're getting in new flavors from Vape Train, I don't necessarily think that they're new, even though they might be, but they just might be expanding their line. I don't know. Looks like Flavor West came out with some new flavors. They have a sour like everybody else now, a papaya, wild berry cobbler. Yeah, I don't get trolls that often. So that's how you can tell that I haven't made it. And think it also has to do with the time of day too, because when I do late live streams, I'll always get trolls. Always. It's like, how the hell do you even find me? It's not like I'm a huge channel. I guess it's in some kind of setting, like people that are live now or something. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Flavor West. They got a bunch of new Flavor West stuff. They have the white cake. The white cake is good. Star Candy, I don't remember if I tried that or not. Sprinkles, I have, but I haven't tried. But supposedly they just taste like sprinkles, which is pretty much sugar and artificial flavoring. So I don't know if that's necessarily something you want to vape. Glazed donut, creamy sponge cake, which is supposed to be really good. I have that one as well. Haven't tried it yet. Butter beer, which again I heard is good. I'm pretty sure, because I know Slasha has a butter beer type thing, and he uses something, but I don't know if it's this. It might be something else. Birthday cake. I think I have that one too, and I haven't tried it. If you're a troll, then you're the best kind of troll. There's certain trolls I don't mind, to be honest. As long as you're funny and not like offensive and just stupid. I find trolls very funny. But if you just like say like just random stupid shit that's like, why? I don't get that. I just genuinely don't get that. Like if I don't like someone on YouTube or wherever, I just don't watch them. Like there's a couple of people that are like problematic and I'll watch just because it's like drama or there's something about them that I do like, even though I don't agree with everything. That's one thing, but I don't leave hateful comments. I don't do any of that. Like I just genuinely don't get it. What was I doing? I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was looking at new flavors from Bull City. Oh, I got Mullenberry's blueberry because I haven't tried it. I don't know if I've tried anything that they even have that has blueberry in it. So I got that one. I got oh, funky pineapple. That one's actually really good. I actually like this a lot. It's like right up there with Vape Train Sugarloaf. Not sure out of the two which I prefer, to be honest. I might have to like do a side by side. But the funky pineapple is good. And I'm picky about pineapple. There's only a couple I like. I only grabbed a couple because there was only a few that I was interested in that I didn't already have or had tried. Oh, I got pink raspberry, red cherry, and RY4. Because I think I've tried their tobaccos way back in the day. Like way. I think before they were even Mullenberry, I had their tobaccos. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't remember exactly how I felt about it. I think I liked them for the most part. I know I've tried their nut banana, which I think has tobacco in it. Does that have tobacco in it? Doesn't say. That's one thing. Their descriptions are very leaves a lot to be desired. And I don't like that. I mean, yeah, it has a picture, but sometimes you can't tell what the hell it is. And you can't always go by the picture because sometimes they'll be putting crazy stuff up that has nothing to do with the flavor. It's like, how did you get this from this? Like, what are you even doing? Not really Mullenberry. They're pretty specific with their pictures. It's more so companies that are putting up other people's flavors that don't have pictures for them. So they kind of have to just do, I'm guessing, like copyright-free pictures. And that's why it's kind of hard to have them be exact. But that's why you can't really go by pictures. Because sometimes it's just random stuff that kind of matches, but not really. One thing that's cool that happened last night. So I did end up going bowling. I wasn't sure if I was going to because I slept like complete crap. Not last night, the night before. And I was actually sick from like Tuesday all the way up through Friday. So between those two things, I wasn't sure if I was going. But I did go, and I came back fairly late per the norm. And I don't know if any of you guys watch them, but Cult Moo, they're on YouTube. They do mostly food related stuff. Like they do they deep fry random stuff and try gross stuff. Well, things that I think are gross. I don't know. They're kind of like funny food people. I don't know. It's kind of hard to put them into a category. If you've ever heard of Reckless Eating, they're kind of like them, except I like Cult Moo better. But regardless, they were having a live stream yesterday, and they were doing like some kind of not charity, like a donation drive type thing, I guess. And like if you donated a certain amount, you got something, or you could get something or whatever. So one of them drew me a dick. So I have like a dick picture out there with my name on it. Not really my name, because I don't have. Hi. Good Lord. So if I ever get that picture, I might try to put it. I don't know if YouTube will flag it, because I mean, it is a dick, but it's a caricature of a dick. So I don't know if that counts. I don't know. But it was cute. It was like a little steampunk dick with my name, well, my YouTube name on it. Not this one. I actually have 2 YouTube channels. One I use for non-vape related to just kind of browse. It's just easier that way, because I follow a lot of like makeup channels and stuff. So it's good to have just a YouTube for that. So it's not like a bunch of like different crap in it. So I was under that name, which is like Jessica, but the last name is different. So it has like my little name on it. But you can kind of tell my name. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool just because I've been following them for a long time. Probably might even be like a decade. I don't know. I don't know how long they've been on YouTube, but it's been a long time. You need to get brushed again, because her hair is just getting everywhere. But she hates the good brush, the one that actually gets the excess fur off. Oh, there she goes. She's gone. Oh. Psh. What are you doing? Anyway. It was like a random like anticlimactic story, but I guess the point is that I was like shouted out on their channel, which I thought was cool. And I have a dick drawing of me. Or not of me, but for me. Anyway. Tim. That's a new one. I haven't been called Tim before. Why do people think it's like Fresh's birthday? Like, no, it's not Fresh's birthday. He doesn't even have a birthday. I don't know. Anyone have any questions? We got a couple minutes. I don't really have anything else that I can think of to talk about. Oh, I guess I could talk about my one shot. I do have a one shot. It's watermelon, blueberry, with a hint of citrus and a cooling effect. It's not menthol, so if that's like a turn off to you, which it is to me, I don't like menthol. I don't even typically like cooling, but I found that I do like it in certain applications. So yeah, that's what I have. It's available at eCig Express. It's called Waterberry Breeze, because watermelon, berry, and the breeze is like the cooling aspect of it. It's a very light cooling. It's not overpowering. And if you do try it, I've seen a couple people post like pictures either on Instagram or on our Facebook page, things of that nature. If you do try it, let me know what you think of it. And if you could be so kind to put a review on eCig Express, just like any kind of feedback, even if you hate it, like I still want to know, because I worked pretty hard on this blend of flavors and it's a little bit outside my comfort zone. So feedback would be really nice. My other fellow Vixens have their flavors on there as well. One is like a caramel boozy kind of custard by Jen Winstead or E-Juice Fairy. Jen Jarvis has a breakfast blend that's it's like a honey oats and banana. And then Emily or ML Nikon has a peach cheesecake, which is like, I guess, really heavy on the peach. It's like a peach glaze or something, or I don't know how you describe it, but it's very peach heavy with like cheesecake. So check them out on eSig Express and let us know what you think. Like I said, either good or bad. I don't know about the other girls, but for me, I want any kind of feedback, even if you hate it or whatever, have critique, that's fine. I would just like to know how people like it, because no one in my household or that I know in vaping in real life that I can actually just hand it to likes cooling. So like my dad, he just like, oh, this tastes like a menthol cigarette, which it tastes nothing like a menthol cigarette. But because it's the only thing he's really accustomed to as far as like kind of vaping or smoking, that's what his mind went to. And then my stepmom said she liked it, but it's not something that she would typically like. You know, it's not like an all-day vape type thing for her. So, yeah. It's Fleek. My brows are a mess. Like, you don't even want to know. No one wants to know about my brows, but just like a brief synopsis. I don't really have a lot of brow. So, because I basically, from over plucking and over shaving them over the years, eventually your hair starts growing in very sparsely. I'm guessing similar to like people that shave their face, like men that shave their face, and how if you try to grow a beard out after shaving for so long, it can be, splotchy or patchy or whatever at first. It's kind of like that kind of deal. So I've been trying to grow them out, and it's killing me because all I want to do is just get rid of like the stray BS, but I can't. Like, I'm really trying to grow them out so I can have like normal brows, because if I don't pencil my brows in, it doesn't even look like I have them really. And it just looks very odd, especially when I'm already so pale. So it's just like a blank of nothing. But the problem is because I'm growing them out and they're kind of just short and just everywhere, it's kind of hard to even just pencil them in because it just looks weird. So yeah, I've been having a lot of brow issues. That's what's going on with that. But like today in particular, like I still feel like they're very not matched at all. Like they're supposed to be cousins or sisters or something like that. Like these mofucks, they're not even related. Like they're just friends. So I don't know. Thanks, Quill Proby. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's really all I got going on. My mouth is hurting. I think I'm probably going to take another ibuprofen. I hate taking medication of any kind, but it's just like it hurts like all through my ears and my jaw, and talking is not helping. So I am going to get out of here. We do have a show tonight, hopefully, as long as like nothing catastrophic happens. We've been having a lot of issues on the Vixens, if you haven't been able to tell, as far as just streaming and whatnot, just for various reasons. So hopefully that'll go. Tonight is going to be, it should be pretty good. It's a cannoli with a custard or cream filling and like some kind of berry, like blueberry or blackberry or whatever. So it's like a cream filled berry cannoli. So that should be interesting. Yeah, I don't take compliments very well. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight in about 5 hours. So check that out, Vixens. Outside of that, I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions or whatever, comments, put them in the box below once this goes live, if you make it this far. If you have any recommendations, suggestions of things that you want me to go over or talk about, or again, mixed. Did I put my stash? I think I put my stash out there. Did I never put it out there? I get so distracted. Okay, I did. I just want to make sure I actually did. I'll put the stash in my description box as well. So if there's, like, again, any flavors you guys want to see in particular, just put it in, leave a comment, and we'll do that the next time I do a show, which I'm trying to be more consistent, but it's not working. I'm sorry. So yeah, hopefully it'll either be next weekend, depending on how I feel, or the following, because I'm, like I said, trying to do the alternating weekend thing, but even that doesn't seem to be working. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.